What exactly are you hoping to achieve with the Belgian Prime Minister? Do you want him to drop his opposition to the frozen Russian state assets?
I have postponed my trip to Norway for tomorrow because tomorrow evening I want to discuss with the Belgian Prime Minister and the President of the Commission how we can make my proposal, which the Commission has now translated into legal texts capable of securing a majority in the European Council. And in this case, the Belgian government is particularly affected because the company Euroclear, which is the custodian for the Russian assets, is based in Brussels. This means that the Belgian state, so to speak, has a special obligation towards this company. I'm not only aware of the concerns of the Belgian government, I take them seriously. I believe that the Belgian government is entitled to us addressing these concerns thoroughly. And since the Federal Republic of Germany is one of the possible guarantor states for the appropriate safeguarding of these assets in the Belgian capital, it goes without saying for me that now, after the Commission made its decision yesterday, I will speak with the Belgian Prime Minister as soon as possible about how we can jointly set this issue in motion. My goal here is not only to convince the Belgian government, but also the European Council.
You keep hearing that this, somewhat rigid stance of the Belgian Prime Minister may not be solely due to the financial risk involved. Rather, it appears there is also significant pressure coming from the USA as well, not to use this money in the way they and other EU heads of government would like to. What kind of assurance can you actually give the Belgian Prime Minister that such risks play no role and that it's really only about this purely financial risk? There is also a report today that there is indeed quite a bit of mistrust among EU heads of government, including towards the USA and their stance in the Ukraine negotiations.
Mr. Delft, thank you very much. I can tell you that is indeed the case. We are currently conducting the discussion on two levels. One level is the European level. Can we mobilize these assets? In the sense, as I said, that I proposed a few weeks ago. I also published an op-ed on this topic again today. And as the Commission also proposed yesterday with the corresponding legal texts, so the Commission has made all the proposals, what needs to be done to make this legally possible. But we also need to discuss this politically among the circle of heads of state and government. And once again, I take the concerns and also the objections of the Belgian Prime Minister very seriously. These points are important and we need to talk about them, and I will try to address them. But of course, that is only possible if we reach a common position among the heads of state and government in the European Union, and in particular, if we also reach an agreement with Belgium. I don't want to persuade them. I want to convince them that the path we are proposing here is the right one. And if we take this path, we are doing so to help Ukraine, and then we are taking this path to possibly help Ukraine for the next 2 to 3 years as well. We have to get through this winter now, together with Ukraine. For that, we need resources. But we also need resources to possibly continue supporting Ukraine in this terrible war for a longer period of time. This is a European matter, and I don't see any possibility in any way, economically, to send the money we mobilize to the United States of America. And the American government knows that. That is our negotiating position. This is also the position of the federal government as well as the representatives who negotiate on our behalf in the various formats. And this is also the consensus at the European level. There are absolutely no differences about this. This money must go to Ukraine and help Ukraine. And
the Americans see it that way.
At least partly too. They would like to have a certain economic gain from it. That is legitimate, but that is not the goal of the operation that we are now jointly launching in Europe in the coming days.